Good day, America. I'm Dr. Gerald Coy, and this is Solutions for Life, brought to you by the Share Foundation, a public, nonprofit charitable organization dedicated to the natural health, by helping the public become aware of alternatives in healthcare services. Before we begin today, I need to make an apology. Last week, I had two wonderful people who were asking for my advice and wanting information from me, and we took their phone numbers, and I did not call them back, mainly because I'm probably a little bit disheveled and disorganized at time, and I lost their phone numbers. If they will be so kind as to call the radio station at 855 969 7268 and give us your name and number again, I will get back to you, I promise you. I apologize when I say I'm going to call someone back and I don't. I get very upset with myself. So now, I hope you're still listening. But today we're going to talk about some more solutions in healthcare, more things that you can do to have a healthier life. You know, most people don't even really understand what health is. They're so used to going to a doctor that says, you're sick, so here's a prescription, take a drug. And we've gotten so used to the fact that, that this procedure, this thing about something from the outside has to cure my ills, but yet you're never really encouraged to understand what health is. So we're going to review that again today. No matter what your illness is, no matter what your condition that you're fighting, everything else, you have to understand that only the body heals. And so you need to support your body. You need to make sure you're doing things for your body. It isn't always easy. There are life-threatening conditions, and there's simple conditions that aren't life-threatening but still are nuisances. But you have to understand, what is it you can do to make your body healthier? Well, in understanding health, in teaching, I used to teach students at the colleges about health in a lot of different universities, and I would want them to understand what it is they are dealing with in this human body, how it is that it works, how to understand how they can assist their patients in taking better care of themselves. One of the things is, of course, you're born with whatever genes you're given. Now, there are times when there are genetic difficulties or challenges or weaknesses, but a lot of times those are created by the lifestyles of parents. I hate to blame parents for what's going on in their child, because you don't know. You're passing on the genes in your children the best you can. It's not like something you feel you have a control over, yet in some ways you do. You can make things better. Doesn't mean it's always going to work, but at least you need to try. If you're planning on having children, make sure you're living a better lifestyle. It's better if you don't smoke. It's better if you don't drink. It's better if you don't take drugs. For those who have never heard of what happened back in the 50s by a drug called thalidomide. Thalidomide, I believe, was given to pregnant women because of either depression or some psychogenic type of condition. You can look it up if you want to. I don't recall exactly. What I am very aware of is what happened when all these pregnant women took this drug. They bore children who didn't have arms, didn't have legs. How disastrous. All because of the drugs they were taking. I was doing some research and found out that even by taking multiple aspirin, that you increase the risk of genetic changes in your child. So you need to realize that drugs are against nature. Basically, they can cause complications. They can cause deformity. They can cause more and more problems. Recently, thalidomide reared its ugly head. I believe it was either in Indonesia or the Philippines or someplace else, where some idiots had the audacity to bring it back into the marketplace. Understand, the pharmaceutical companies don't care if you're healthy or not healthy. In fact, they prefer you're not healthy. They don't make money if you're sick, if you're well. They only make money if they create problems for you to make more money off of it. Look at it. If you don't take this drug, then you'll take another drug. And then there's another drug. And then there's another drug. I remember going to an AIDS center, and I was shocked because I believe in natural health care. I believe in nutritional support. I believe that there are natural products out there. And I had run across something that we had discussed on this show, a product that, that actually was a discovery over 50 years ago, 60 years ago, called transfer factor. Transfer factor is an immune booster. It increases your immune activity. And there's a company in the United States that has refined this and been able to extract it and combined it with other products that have produced a natural product that is in the physician's desk reference. Now, this is the book that doctors look at. And this product actually will increase natural killer cell by a huge hundreds and hundreds of times greater than anything that I'm aware of on the market. Now, are doctors using this? No, the pharmaceutical companies don't promote it. Why? There's not a big enough markup in it. But we have seen how this product has helped a lot of different patients. In fact, my involvement started when there was a young man who came into our office at the Share Clinic and described the fact that he was found to be HIV positive. And I had just read about this transfer factor. I didn't know anything about it. That was something new to me. Yeah, and here it is, 50 years old, and I had never heard of it. And so therefore, how good could it really be? But it's really been only in the last 15 years that these products have been made more available and improved and created for the mass market. So 10 years ago, when this patient came into my office, being an intelligent doctor, at least you like to think that we are at times, I evaluated the fact that he had an immune deficiency, HIV, AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, and here was a product that could boost the immune system. I said, well, how about we try this product? And I didn't know that much about it, so I called actually a medical doctor who was very much so into natural health care. He was actually a cancer doctor who had come full cycle. He had been slashing and burning for years, but realized that perhaps he could help his patients more with natural healthcare services and nutritional products. So I called him and I asked him, I says, okay, I've got this patient, I got this product, what do I do? And so he gave the recommendation of what this patient should take and how much he should take. And so I followed up with that recommendation. In fact, I told the patient, because I don't believe in giving something that I don't know can be of benefit. And so I bought the product and I gave it to the patient, saying that if you will take this as has been recommended, and if you will give me pre and post testing of your system and your condition, I will give this to you. Well, he took the product, and in 30 days he came in and showed me the results of his tests. I saw something remarkable. I saw that there was no other products given to him other than this one transfer factor product. And there was a 300,000 drop in his viral load, which is a way of measuring the infection in the body. And I was amazed, and I became a much stronger believer at that time. Since that time, I've seen the product used in a lot of serious situations. It is a product that I've made sure that my nephew, who I've told on radio has had an emergency, had a work injury in which a building fell on him, crushed his liver, crushed his lungs, that we put him on this product with the consent of the medical doctor, and that his recovery was remarkable, because he was supposed to be in ICU for 2 weeks. He was in ICU for 4 days. He was supposed to be in another area of the hospital for another 2 weeks. He was out in 3 days. And all this with the assistance of something that supports the body. And that's what's different, is you can do a lot of things for your body. Drugs have side effects. Drugs cause problems. And this is what, up on the screen, you have the thing about learning about health. You need to get on the computer. We've said this over and over again. You need to get on the computer and learn what you are taking. If your doctor gives you a recommendation, whatever it is, whether it's a natural doctor or whether it's your medical doctor, go home, look it up, because most of the time they're too busy to bother to tell you what the contraindications. You'll find that all drugs have side effects. They can cause damage. If you listen to the commercials on television, What do they say? Oh, while they're smiling and while they're showing you this happy scene, they're telling you how this drug can actually kill you. So be very, very careful. And if you want to play Russian roulette, then fine, take the drugs. But if you want to live a natural, healthier life, if you want to take products that are supportive, then you need to look at other solutions. And that's why we wrote the book Solutions to the American Health Crisis, because there are a lot of natural solutions out there that can benefit you, that can support you. And this is what I often tell people. I says, just look at the language about these products. You have drugs which kill, destroy, inhibit, suppress. That's what they do. And then you have natural supportive supplements that do exactly that. They support, enhance, boost. And just by language, which one makes really more sense? Now, how much and to what extent? I don't know. I know I do a lot of lecturing on natural products, aside from the fact as a chiropractor, the benefits of chiropractic care. But I try to get the audience to understand and start appreciating their own human body. If you have to take care of you, nobody else is going to. Doctors, if they make a mistake, who pays the price? You do. If the pharmaceutical company produces a drug that will kill you, guess who's going to pay the price? You. If an insurance company doesn't cover you, who pays the price? You. If the government makes a policy that hurts you, who pays the price? You do. So you have to be responsible for yourself and protect yourself from all the other agencies out there in a way in which it will not hurt you. So, be aware. This is why you need to get on the computer. You need to open up the books. You need to read about it because your life may depend on it. So take better care of yourself. Learn about how you can benefit from a lot of other things that are out there. Right now, medicine dominates. Medicine and drug companies have the money, and they do. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising telling you how great their drugs are. So when we come back, we'll talk about more about how you can be finding solutions for life. We'll be right back. The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural healthcare services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. Free quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. or you can log on to www.herrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
And we're back. I'm Dr. Gerald Coy, and this is Solutions for Life. As I said when we started, I want to apologize for those who I promised to call, and I didn't because I lost their phone numbers. So I hope they're listening today and not too mad at me, and will call the radio station at 855 969 7268. Give us back your number and your name, and I will definitely call you. In fact, I have a present for you. So, in fact, anybody who calls in today for me to make up for being not as organized as I should be, I have a little gift for everybody. And it's basically a doctor's recommendation in nutrition that you can use to help no matter what your condition may be. We were talking about health and trying to understand better health. We were talking about genes. You can't. You're born with what you got. You can't really change that once you are born. Whatever weaknesses that might be, whatever limitations that might be, but you can strengthen. Everybody has strengths and weaknesses in their body. Different races, whether you're a male or a female, there's strengths and weaknesses within your body. It changes according to age. It changes according to location. People raised around the Mediterranean may have a weakness in their system, where someone from Africa may have another weakness in their system. So there are weaknesses, but if you take good care of yourself, you're supposed to live a lot longer than we're living. I liked in the news they were talking about that if you are healthy at 60, if there's a couple who are both healthy at 60, that you have at least there's a 50% chance that one of the two of you are going to live to be over 90. Now that sounds good. I like that idea. I have a mother who's going to be 93 this year. I'm 70. I'm going to be 71 this year, and I would like to be one of those living to be 90 or 100 or whatever it might be, that my mind is still active and that I'm not in pain, because the body does fall apart. So you have to take good care of it. When I see patients in my office, I see bodies that have been injured. I see bodies that have been traumatized maybe 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, never were really properly taken care of, never really supported, and now they're showing signs of the damage and degeneration that occurs after such a trauma. So let's talk about some of the other things that's going to make you healthy. We have a tendency of overstressing in this world, whether it's because of work or because of family or responsibility or finances or whatever it might be. There's a lot of challenges that come our way, but how we deal with it determines the amount of stress that's placed on our body. And understand that stress is not something you go out there and catch. It is something that is manifested within your own thinking. I hear people, again, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not someone who deals in counseling and everything else, but when I see a patient who is stressed out, I try to give them some fundamental and basic advice. That one, they need to reduce that, and in reducing that, they need to start changing the way they're thinking. They need to look at how they can perceive things a little bit differently. I want them to understand that what they hear is only. Okay. We're going to have a caller right now, and we'll get back to this in just a moment. We have a caller on line 1, and may I help you? Hello?
Hello.
Hello. This is Dr. Coy. Could I help you?
Hi, this is Melissa. I just had a question. Is there an age that you should stop working out? Does it matter how old you are?
Well, no. Not really. Yesterday, I was talking to a patient. Patients don't like to be told to exercise. A lot of people hate the term exercise, and when you're working out, of course, you're doing a lot of exercise. And so I kind of joke with them. I says, I don't want you to exercise, but I want you to be active. And I guess that really comes to the answer of of working out. If you're talking about really straining yourself, you're talking about, putting your body under extreme stresses and extreme workouts, yeah, there's a point when you shouldn't put the body under that much stress, if that's what you're talking about. But your body's meant to be used, and those people who stay healthier longer are those people who stay active. Now, active can be tending a garden and flowers and enjoying outdoors and being active in that respect. It can also mean you go into a systematic process of going to a gym and working out at the gym. I like people to find things that they enjoy. I encourage people. Not so much they need to go in and lift a lot of weights or do a lot of cardio, but I like them. There's two exercise regimes that are the oldest to man, and that is Tai Chi and yoga. Both of these are basically stretching exercises. You need to maintain mobility. If you don't have mobility, that doesn't mean in other words, what I'm saying is you don't have to go there and build up the muscles where you maintain muscle mass, because muscle mass is more for the looks than it is for the need. If you're not using that muscle mass, it falls apart real easy. But you really need the circulation to be maintained, the flexibility to maintain. If you're talking about working out to do that, then no, there is no limitation. This is why you see people at the age of 80 and 90 that are outdoors doing Tai Chi or yoga. So I don't know what kind of routine you're in. What kind of routine do you participate in?
I really don't work out often. I mean, I do like to, but sometimes there's just not time to work out.
Oh, the old time thing.
Yeah, it's an excuse, I know.
Well, this is one of the reasons why you don't have to every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday set up the schedule. It's nice if you do. I mean, I'm not discouraging it. But this is why I encourage people to be active. I live in Whittier. I moved to Whittier because it was a place that I could walk out my door and walk into the uptown region. That is an area where there's so it allowed me to say, don't just get in the car and drive to the shopping center and to the nearest parking spot. It allowed me to become a little bit more active in what I was doing. If you find things you enjoy, it can change seasonally. Now, I would not recommend to anybody in the East Coast to start swimming right now. But in California, hey, you can almost do it any time. But that might be if that's something you like, then do it. If you have kids, enjoy them. Go out and as you get older, go out. It helps for you to go out and throw the ball or shoot some hoops if that be what you want to do. It's a matter of finding things you enjoy. Some people just like to take nice walks. Some people like to bicycle. Some people like to do all different sorts of things. There's other, people will like to turn on some sort of video. And in my day, it was Jack LaLanne. Somebody else, it might be Jane Fonda workout, or it might be another workout, whatever it might be, or dancing. That's a great exercise. I kid some of my patients. I said, you got to get out there and do some more salsa. Believe me, exercising can be enjoyable. That's what I encourage, is to be active, enjoy life, but make sure your body is getting used also. Okay. Anyway, so that's one of the things I was going to talk about in being healthy was you need to also be active. That's, you don't have to say you have to exercise. Just use your body. And that's what it's meant to be. My grandpappy used to say, he says, either use it or lose it. There's a lot of old sayings that I have. I was raised with that. And one of the things was that, you need to, you are what you eat. And that's very, very true. There are things that are common sense. We were talking about how women are in control of health, largely because they make the majority of health decisions. You are the one that can encourage your kids, probably more so than the husband. Yet the husband becomes very important. You encourage your husband. women decide what kind of doctor you go to. So women make the vast amount of decisions. But also women seem to also stress out a lot more than they really should, how they view things. Why? How come? I don't know. Again, I'm not a psychologist. But as I was telling before we took the caller, was that when you view stress and why that people say, well, I've got this stress from this or that stress from that. We'll talk about work. They've got an overbearing boss. And yet, whatever the boss may say, whatever the boss may do, it's how you react to it. And that's the biggest thing, how you perceive what it is they're saying. Someone can walk up to you and says, I think you're a SOB, da-da-da-da, I'll give you all sorts of negatives. Now, you can take that internally and really be unhappy and upset and everything else, or you can simply look at them and say, I don't agree. I think I'm a good person. But you're entitled to your opinion and let it go. That is the biggest thing that a lot of people have a tendency of not being able to do, is letting it go. I look recently in the news and how people have reacted. There's 2 killings involved in the news. One involving a retired police officer who shot a man in the movie theater because he was texting. They got into an altercation of words or whatever it might be. Popcorn supposedly was flying, and the man got shot. The 43-year-old man was shot by a 71-year-old man. Why? Come on. Do we have to take life that serious over texting or something silly like that? There's another one where the man is on trial. Here's a relatively, I would assume, intelligent person, a programmer or something like this, who shot a car full of teenagers, killing some young man that was in there and fearing for his life. And so he takes his gun out of his car and shoots the other car 10 times, killing this one young man. Now he's on trial for first-degree murder. To me, I look at it as being stupid. Why do we react this way? I realize there are dangerous situations. I realize there are critical situations. I realize there are people who are killed because of gang activities, which is also something that's, I don't understand. So when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the other aspects of being healthy now that we've covered a little bit of stress. So we'll be right back now.
Add some crazy flavor to your vape pen. You're looking for something new and exciting in liquid vapor? Go to Crazy Cloud's e-Juice. Find them at burstoflavor.com and try any of the new 12 flavors they have available: blueberry, mint, raspberry, chocolate, gummy bear, hemp, watermelon, cola, orange, pina colada, coconut, or Red Bully. Call us today at 855-WE-BURST or visit us at burstoflavor.com and order yours today.
What's wrong?
I can't stop craving a cigarette. I just quit. Hey, what are you smoking on?
Oh, this? Best e-juice on the planet. Burst of flavor, of course.
What's that?
Only the best alternative to smoking with a great flavor. It has a burst of flavor in every puff.
Well, does it have nicotine?
It comes in different levels, including 0. They have 20 flavors and more coming. All the products are made in the U.S. Check them out at www.burstoflavor.com or call them at 855-WE-BURST.
Hey, let's burst together.
It's not just flavor, it's an experience. Cigarettes, you've met your match.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
And we're back. Second half hour here. Again, I apologize to those who called last week and I have not got back to them. I hope they're still listening. And if they are, please call. Leave us your name and number again because I lost it. And we were talking about the things that make up health and things you can do to have better health. A young lady called and was asking about, kind of like how long do you have to work out? And working out is great. If you enjoy it. I've never liked forced labor, so to speak. But I believe that people need to be active, and you need to find ways in which you can be active. For some people, it may be going out dancing a couple nights a week. Believe me, when I watch some of the dancing that people do, that is a workout. Or you may enjoy swimming. I know there's so many people with pools that don't really use them, and so. The thing is taking care of yourself, keeping active, having an active lifestyle, using your body. The worst thing you can do is be stagnant, not do anything that's going to be of benefit to you. Okay, we have another caller here. This is Dr. Corey. Can I help you? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who's this?
Okay. Is there such a thing as natural medicine per se, or anything that would be considered healthy either for, just the minor aches and pains or trying to keep healthy but with more natural ingredients?
Normally, they don't refer to it as natural medicine, any kind of supplementation. There's a lot of great supplements, a lot of natural products out there that can benefit the body, and it depends on what you're trying to support. There are products that can help the joints, that can help lubricate the joints. There are products that help to be our natural anti-inflammatories. Even Dr. Oz has done some programs in which he will talk about cancer-fighting foods. So there's a lot of things that are out there. There's different qualities. There's different combinations of products out there. But to answer your question, yes, there is a lot of excellent natural supplements. I don't like to say natural medicine, because medicine I always like to refer to as keeping it clear and just and that I look at most medicines as being drugs, and the other as being supplements. But no, there are a lot of good ones out there to help you with a lot of different things.
And why is it that when you do pick up a bottle, say whether if you're at Target or at a herb location, store that specializes in things like that, why is it that most of those have the disclaimer where they're not regulated or approved by the FDA? Wouldn't you think that something that's being consumed as a supplement would have to be approved by the FDA?
Because mainly it's because they don't, of the claims that they have in there. The Food and Drug Administration has a policy of not necessarily of looking at every combination of products that are out there, but they do have in the food substances, looking at them as to, is this product a food? Is it something that you can take? But as far as the combination, only if it gets into the extremes of being like a drug do they make any kind of or any particular claims on it. There are in California, there's a Proposition 65, which basically is almost like saying everything has potential of causing cancer or birth defects. You'll see the disclaimers on buildings, even in your food section of your groceries, in your produce, where it'll say Proposition 665 that these vegetables may have been grown in earth that has lead in it or something like this, that under some sort of claim. But
Right.
the policy of the FDA is mainly towards drugs, not towards supplements. It's just it's just kind of what they're dealing with. They've got, I guess maybe they've got so many drugs to deal with, they haven't got to the supplements. But most supplements are taken to do exactly that, to supplement your diet as a food substance. And as long as there's no major claims, or that they come out with such high intensity of this. I remember a few years back there were claims being made about high dosages of, I think, vitamin A or something like this. Then you will find the government agencies usually stepping in to make some sort of recommendation that you can overdo. You can overdo just about anything out there.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're
I
more than
enjoyed
welcome. You
listening
take
to
good
your
care
show.
now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now. Good question. People, when you go to the store and everything else, what is it you take? What is it you can take to help? What benefits might there be? Okay. Hello, this is Dr. Coy. Could I help you?
Hello.
Yes, this is Dr. Coy. Could I help you?
Hi, Dr. Coy. I had a question for you.
Yes.
I know everybody knows that there's a lot of I guess they call them natural drinks towards losing weight. And I wanted to know if those are actually healthy to take. There's I don't know if you've seen it, like Sensa, like the little sprinkle thing that you sprinkle on your food, and supposedly it helps you lose weight or control the weight gain or something.
When
And then there's hydroxycut and all this other.
there's a lot of products out there, a lot of things that I don't know the details of the product or all the substances that are in the product. Most natural products have some value, but a lot of the products take a small truth and I think become a little bit too exaggerating.
Okay.
And most of them are of a substance and of a quality that you can take and without fear. But to me, if a product doesn't give you the satisfaction or the benefit within a short amount of time, in other words, if you're finding that you're still craving everything else, and it's supposed to suppress your appetite, maybe it's not right for you. Everybody's different, and every product is a little bit different. The ones I worry about the most are those that have exaggerated claims. This is going to cure this, or this is going to help you to lose 20 pounds overnight. Be careful of those with extreme claims, and realize that, especially when it comes to nutrition and weight management, the biggest thing is what you consume, and making sure you get sufficient activities to burn up whatever it is you do consume, because that's the basis of weight gain and weight loss. You either eat more than you burn off, or you don't burn off what you eat. It's the same thing. And also the type of foods you eat. If you obviously a box of See's candy is a lot harder to burn off than it is a stalk of celery. Even though I really would prefer to have the See's candy myself. But you have to buy, and you have to cook, and you have to prepare accordingly. And there's a lot of good guidelines out there. I'm not an advocate of any one particular diet. I don't believe in so much in diets as much as of changing how you consume food, and also change it as you go along in life. Because believe me, what you ate as a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old, it doesn't work for you generally when you're 50 years old, unless you're still as active, and most people are not.
I've actually been experiencing that for a while now. I'm like, everything gives me heartburn.
And it sounds like you have some people, some little ones to keep you very active.
Yeah.
Well,
and then because I did take walks regularly, but I just feel like it's not enough. But it's really hard with the kids.
It is very hard with children and everything else. But what you set up for them, and the guidelines you set up for your children, and how they eat and what they consume, you're the one you're going to be the guideline. Set up the guidelines. You're going to what you buy, and making sure it's healthy, it's as natural as possible, is going to be of tremendous benefit for them and the habits they develop in their young years.
And just have a support system, right?
Yeah, oh yes, always. Yeah. Make sure there's a good support system there, and it makes it even a lot easier. That's for sure.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Clay.
You're more than welcome. You take good care now.
You too.
That is one of the hardest things when you have kids. Sometimes you can't get the activity you want. You can't do the things you want. It's hard sometimes to cook the way you want. But that's it's a challenge. But you've got to meet it straight on and make sure you're buying those foods that are going to be good for your kids, and at the same time they're going to be generally better for you. The biggest problem is many times the husband says, I want this, and I want my mashed potatoes, or I want my tortillas, or I want this, that, or the other, that you really know you would prefer not to put on the table, but they're demanding it. But if they're overweight, you need to say, honey, I love you. It's Valentine's Day coming up soon, and I want you to be around with me a long, long time so I can continue to love you. And therefore, we have to do something about that extra 50 pounds you have around your waist. You just do it with love. And then you make sure what you buy and you put on the table is that which is going to be most supportive. So eating is vital. Muscle tone is important. That's what being active is all about. You need to make sure what's coming into the body, the environment you have in that body, is going to be of benefit. It's going to be supportive. The better the nutrition, the less you need of supplements. But if your nutrition isn't good, you need to make sure you supplement it. Some of the examples of that is being a student, where you're not cooking, you're going out and grabbing fast food 90% of the time. And you're really not getting the nutrients you really should have. You need to look at what kind of things you can take to make sure you're getting a balance within your diet. I think that's why most students, when they finally get home, they're craving mom's cooking, because that was always a lot more nutritious than the McDonald's or Burger King's or whatever it is that's where they're eating. So it's so very, very important to understand that these are the components of better health. You're reducing your stress, making sure you're eating better, make sure you're staying active, make sure your environment is one that is not creating a negative aspect around you. Taking care of yourself. This is the only body you get. And I got news for you. Those spare parts they have out there, they're not that good. People think that, well, I can abuse myself all I want to. I can go out and buy myself some new kidneys or a new lung or a new heart. It doesn't work that way. What you got is custom made for you, one of a kind. Take good care of it. It is special and is what keeps you healthy. So you have to take good care of it. A mother with children, you need to make sure you're teaching your children how to do this. Make sure that's not a candy bowl in the middle of your table, but a bowl of fresh fruit. Make sure that there's availability of fresh vegetables, not just opening up a can of something that's been on the shelf God only knows how long. It doesn't take that much longer to throw some fresh vegetables into a dish into the microwave. And we'll talk about other solutions when we come back for our last segment. So you take care, and we'll be right back.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
The
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmart, Satinized and Pastry Pride, one-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
ProTech Carpet Tile and Care provides professional cleaning services for carpet, tile, grout, upholstery, and fine area rugs.
ProTech technicians are professionally trained and certified cleaning and restoration experts.
We specialize in restoring damage caused by heavy soil and odor.
We can remove challenging spots such as coffee, tea, ink, gum, wine, and many more.
We have saved our customers thousands of dollars on new flooring and furniture expenses with our advanced cleaning processes.
Call for a free estimate at 562-447-4300 and visit us on our website, www.myprotectsite.com.
Hey, this is Joe Perez, owner at ProTech. Just reminding you that ProTech Carpet and Tile Care is your professional choice.
Number one. Number one.
Is that a stutter or as high as you can count?
I was ordering number one. Tequila.
Everybody's asking for number one.
Great, another fancy bottle.
These guys are true artists. Never compromise integrity. They make tequila
Come
in the
on.
old-fashioned way. Never mass-produced.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying have the number one. Anything less is number two. Number one, tequila.
We are the Three Guys Rant
with Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not the three guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
And we're back. I'd like to quote from Thomas Edison, where he says, "The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest her or his patients in the care of the human frame, in proper diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease." You see, prevention is the key. If you prevent it, then you're not fighting it. And if you prevent it, drug industries won't make any money. But is your doctor helping you to prevent disease? I'm not talking about putting more toxins into your system, saying that that's going to prevent disease, but is truly teaching you how to live a healthier lifestyle. You know, if you smoke, folks, stop smoking, please. You know, you're killing yourself. You're taking at least 10, if not 20 years of your life. And, you know, I'm at 70, I don't know. You know, I want to be like my mother. I want to live to be 90 in my 90s. She's 90, going to be 93. But those who smoke generally won't make that. Doesn't mean you can't. There are some people that are exceptions. But most people are going to have a lot of pulmonary problems, lung problems that are going to come up because of smoking. They were not just cancer, but a lot of things like emphysema or just frequent colds, pneumonia, or whatever it is that can also kill you. So do yourself a favor. In health, it is a matter of having a support group. That was one of the, whether it's just like in dieting, to have support people with you, in nutrition, having someone support, in exercise, having people support you. Who you have around you is so very important. It's like with your kids. If your kids have friends that are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, I really don't think you want your kids to be around those folks. And if you have people around you who are leading you astray, then you need to rethink who it is you have in your life. Because you need, you know, if you want to be healthy, you need to take care of yourself. And one of the places that will help you are the Share Clinics. These are the Share Clinics are supported by the Share Foundation. And basically, if you can't afford alternative health care, if you're tired of emergency room neglect, if you want something besides drugs as treatment, you know, then call the Share Clinic, an ability to pay alternative health care facility offering chiropractic, nutritional and therapeutic advice and care. Children from low-income families are treated for free. Yeah, you heard me right. Children from low-income families, the Share Foundation's Share Clinic will treat for free. And so, get a natural second opinion. If the doctor's recommending drugs, is recommending surgery, you might want to get another opinion. And we offer that opinion through the Share Foundation. You can sit down with our doctors for free and get another opinion. So call area code 562-776-1727 and make an appointment for a no-charge consultation. That number again is area code 562-776-1727. And you can make an appointment and sit down with the doctor and discuss. You can discuss nutritional matters. You can discuss whether or not chiropractic can be of benefit to improving your health. You can find out whether or not your exercise or the lack of activities are affecting your body, or what you can do to help your body get stronger and healthier. All of this offered in a consultation at no charge. That is part of the Share Foundation. Again, the Share Foundation is a public, nonprofit charitable organization dedicated to health awareness, natural health awareness. You see, drugs are not natural. Drugs are toxins that cause problems. And so many of our problems today are related to drugs, not just illegal drugs, but the drugs that are in the medicine chest. So many young people are finding things in their grandparents' and their parents' medicine chest that they're popping into their mouth and are causing a lot of problems. We need to change how our kids are thinking. And yet, if we don't make them understand or help them to understand, we're going to continue to have this kind of problem. We had a war, the war on drugs, and I remember one of the policies of just say no to drugs. And yet, we as a society are doing what? We take drugs to prevent pregnancy. We take drugs for our headaches. We take drugs for our upset stomach. We take drugs to be able to eliminate faster or better, remove our constipation. We take drugs for our aches and pains in our muscles and everything else. We take drugs to be happier. We take drugs to calm down with. And when we take all these drugs, what is the message we're giving our young people? If you can find a natural solution, and there are a lot of natural solutions, and I strongly urge you to call the Share Foundation and find out that maybe you can take natural supplements, not drugs, natural supplements, food stuff, elements that will help that arthritis instead of the drugs. And that by taking the calciums and natural elements that you can strengthen your bones naturally, and that you can take herbs and things like this that are natural, that can help the body to calm down and not need the psychogenic drugs that can cause so many problems. That there are natural things you can take for elimination, and natural things you can take to cleanse your liver and to cleanse your body. There's natural things that you can take that will fight cancer, and there's natural things you can take that will help you with anti-inflammatory conditions within your body. There is so much that's available to you that you will never hear from your medical doctor. Why? Why isn't your medical doctor telling you these? Well, as I told you before, medicine is a business. Medical doctors are in business. Medical doctor means doctor of medicines. This is why the one caller who was asking about, is there any natural medicines? No, to me, I like to keep it separate. There's natural supplements. Drugs or medicines are something on the other side of the fence. That is what he's educated in. That's what he's been trained in. I've given you the example of a car dealer. If you want to go to a Ford dealer, you're not going to ask him whether or not you should buy a Chevy. If you go to a medical doctor, don't ask him about natural supplements. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't understand. That is not his area of expertise. He doesn't write prescriptions for natural supplements. There are outstanding supplements out there that are helping a lot of people be healthier. But you have to put forth the effort. That's why in the beginning of the show we talked about you've got to learn about this. We have information. Again, I'm doing my Maricopas by I will give anybody and everybody who will call the radio station from today's show and ask for it, and I will give you a doctor's recommendation of natural supplements covering over 250 conditions. Something that gives you an understanding of natural products that you can take to help you with all sorts of different conditions. I have seen this help patients with serious, life-threatening conditions. Do nutritional products cure disease? No. Neither do drugs. Neither do doctors. Neither do hospitals. Drugs don't cure. Doctors don't cure. What did I say? And I've said over and over again, only your body heals. Only your body is capable of producing the natural tissue cells that will replace sick cells. Only your body produces all the healing elements necessary for you to live a healthier life. You need to support that, and you support it with reducing the stress in your life, as we talked about, by using your body, keeping it active. If you want to talk about exercise, you can, but I like to just say be active. Making sure the nutrition you have is going to be of benefit to you. Making sure you get control of and manage your weight. There are those that are out there that are overweight, and we have way too many people that are. And we have those people who are anorexic and those who are afraid to eat and feel that any poundage on their body is an illness, that are anorexic. There is all sorts of emotional attachment to illnesses in your body. You need to take good care of yourself, and you need to find a way of supporting your body, taking care of your body, and doing the things that's going to help you to live a long and healthy life. And in picking your doctors, if your doctor is just willing to write a prescription, if that's all the advice they have, you need a different kind of doctor. This is why the Share Clinic offers you free consultations at no charge. That's what free means, no charge. That you can come in and discuss, get another opinion. We have over 50 years of experience at the Share Clinic, 50 years of advice that we have been giving to our patients and helping those in low income, taking care of children from low income at no charge because they can't choose for themselves. Instead of them ending up in the hospitals, in emergency rooms, see if there's not a better alternative. I told you about the young man who came to us who was going to have his leg basically cut off. They were going to remove the femur because it hadn't developed, and they were going to put an artificial. That would have required surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery. Even medical experts were against what some medical doctors were going to do to this poor child. And under chiropractic care, under therapeutic care, under nutritional care, in 6 months, this child was told by the same doctors, gee, this is beginning to develop. This is beginning to become natural and is healing and you're not going to need surgery. There is so much you can learn about natural health care because health is natural. That's what you're meant to be. That's what you're born to be. But you got to support it. You can't smoke. You can't take drugs. You can't take all these artificial things without paying a price. You damage your liver. Did you know just taking lots of Tylenol will lower the function of your kidneys? Medicine doesn't worry about it. But why? Because they're building more and more dialysis centers. Yeah. Destroy the kidneys with your drugs, and then we will do the function of your kidneys artificially, painfully, for the rest of your limited life caused by this kind of treatment. Drugs do damage. Drugs hurt. Drugs kill. I'm not talking about illegal drugs. I'm talking about prescription drugs. Make sure you know what it is your drugs will do if you decide to take them. You are playing Russian roulette. You are damaging the body, but at least be aware of it. If you want to do it, do it. You're responsible. But hopefully you will find that there are natural solutions. There are other things that are out there that you can take and that you can support the body with naturally. That is the reason we do this program, is to make you more aware. We want doctors to give supportive advice. We would like to see drugstores closed. We would like to see you active because we want you to eat right. We want you to exercise. We want you to reduce your stress, and we want you to be healthy. Until next week, have a good day.